Hello and welcome, everyone. Welcome to episode 122 of DevChatter. We are here on this nice Thursday to write some more C# code. Welcome, Wheatlaw, Coated Beard. I see you both in the chat, and welcome to anybody else that's lurking in the chat. There is never a need to speak in the chat if you don't want to. So, oh yes, Coated Beard, your egg has started to hatch. That means that you have been a subscriber here on the channel for 3 months at least. So, you know, at least 2 months ago you clicked the subscribe button for the first time. Let me go ahead and mess with audio. There it goes. You guys should have the background audio playing now. So, welcome. We are going to be writing some code today here on the stream. A couple of things I want to get out of the way real fast. My name is Brendan, hello, and welcome. This channel here is DevChatter. You can see a whole bunch of DevChatter around me. If you forget my name, it is obviously written right here below me. And today, we are going to write some C# code. So, first things first. Explanation of what we are doing. So, I want to continue working on our chatbot project. We have a couple of branches that are outstanding, and by outstanding I mean like ongoing. The branches I want to complete are the Twitch upgrade is one of the main ones that I want to get out of the way. So TwitchLib, which is the library that we are using in order to connect to the services of Twitch. Rather than writing all those ourselves, we're using this open source project, and we will actually probably be contributing back to that open source project in time. So, and actually I would like to try to do that sometime during October because, well, people did that whole Hacktober thing, and I was like, oh, that's a good idea, so we should contribute. Okay, so, a couple of other things going on. Speaking of Hacktober, we had a couple of people send us pull requests, and I merged those in. I want to show those to all of you real fast just so you can see what came in. First one, we got validation of the letters in our Hangman game. So essentially, you can only now guess based on what is in the all letters constant. So this is going to get shifted out into the database. And I say that because one of the other pull requests that needs a couple of changes still is working on doing that. So we had a nice contribution that was just to add this, and it says, hey, you know, you need one of these characters and returns if you don't have it. So should work pretty nicely. Next thing, we got some help text added in. So some of you may have realized last time that the help text for using the blast command, which I will go ahead and show you right here, when I say, hang on, I think it disconnected when I switched branches, because I did switch branches, right? Branches, yes I did. So that is probably what disconnected the bot. We'll try calling the blast command again. The bot's probably going to say hello, there it is. There it is, excellent. Okay, so that actually did not include his change. Interesting. I thought that would get it. Help text, string join, format of that value, strings join with a comma list. That merged into master. I'm not on master, I'm on the TwitchLib upgrade. That's why we don't have it. So, what you just saw in the chat over there on the side is the bug before that change came in. So, that tells me I need to rebase this branch that we're on. So, I am going to do that real fast. Oh my god, no. Stop. Oh god. Oh geez. We don't have that, yeah, that was bad there for a second. We don't have the fix in place yet. And, hey, S&B. Wheatlaw. Yeah, so the change to the TwitchLib library causes some serious problems because you actually have to switch to a new version of the API on Twitch, so we actually get back different information. So we're going to have to change how that works. Luckily, I noticed that before that got too bad. Anyway, we will go fix that in a second. That is part of what we're working on today. So let me go ahead and rebase this onto master. Oh, the video's bad today? I'm not dropping any frames on my end at S&B, so although I will say it's going out at almost 6 megabits a second. So, okay. Thanks for the heads up there, everybody. Just want to make sure, because if it is something I can fix on my end, then I will definitely want to switch that. But okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We've rebased this. So we now have the TwitchLib change again. So this is the initial untested upgrade that we mentioned. So it's switching to some of the new pieces. So those are the changes. Here's what we did. Step 1, we changed what version of TwitchLib we're referencing, and then we went around adjusting all the little things that needed to be fixed. So this includes things like new namespaces for a lot of the models in TwitchLib. And then we had a couple of changes with how they structured the namespaces for their API. So specifically for connecting to the Twitch API, they switched it around. Instead of going category and then choosing a folder for which version of the API you wanted, they instead went top levels of version, so everything related to the v5 API is together, instead of having to, within each category, have a section for each API you might use. I think it's actually a much better way to structure it, because that means you don't have to have the same structure depending on the different API you're connecting to. Just for clarity, so everybody knows, I don't want this to be confusing, there are actually 3 APIs at Twitch, so that's what causes the problem. They're actually retiring 2 of them at the end of this year, so there will be only 1, and we are switching to that 1. That's part of what's causing the problem. So let's take a look. Okay, so we did that upgrade. So sorry the bot, I'm not going to have it run because we have to track down this problem first. So I want to go find our new follower event args. So we grabbed new followers. This used to be a string, so a couple of days ago we changed this from being a list of strings to being a list of chat user objects. And where does this get populated? Inside of here, right? For each new follower, yes, follow service on new. So we were saying welcome, thank you to that. So for each new follower, okay. So why did TwitchLib think these were new followers then? Why does TwitchLib think they're new followers? Because it seems like it's TwitchLib that thinks they're new followers then. It should get created as a new collection when the follower service events happen. TwitchLib API follower service. Okay, here we go. Set channels, so that channel. And then we say on new followers detected. So there's the problem. TwitchLib is telling us we have new followers. Why does TwitchLib think I have new followers? I don't have, those are not new followers. I mean, those probably are our recent followers. Let's take a look at Wheatlaw. Yeah, those names, I do recognize them. These are all people that are in our follower list. Yes, everyone in there followed me. I know a lot of those names. So those are all recent followers. And actually, now that I look at it, maybe it caught up. Yeah, they're all recent too, so let me try starting it. Maybe it did just need to catch up for some reason? Let me just find out. We'll give it a few seconds. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, Wheatlaw. If maybe it spammed all those in, and when I killed the process, I killed it after it had already wrapped up its work. Because that actually got to basically the newest followers right there. So we'll see what happens. Just waiting here. I'm not seeing any new followers getting added. So maybe just when we added this new thing, it had a backlog it needed to get through. Well, that would be bizarre. Hey, Adam. Welcome. Yeah, okay, well, it doesn't seem to be spamming the chat, so I guess it just needed, like, I guess that nope, there it goes. Now it's spamming the chat. And it's the same set of people. Yeah. It ended, but that's the same set of people. Perhaps you should not output the follower stuff to the chat room during the first minute or two of starting up. Yeah, S&B, I'm wondering about that. Yeah, no kidding, Will Bennett. Oh, right, the bot's turned off. That should be one big list of the followers. So that's not coming from our database here, S&B. That is getting reported to us as the new set of followers from the TwitchLib project. So here's what I want to do. I want to do a breakpoint here. We're going to debug this, and I want to see what is in here. Do not want the breakpoint there. Do not want a breakpoint here. Do not want a breakpoint there. Sorry, I was debugging a thing for one of our pull requests yesterday, and that's what we ran into. So now, when it comes in with those new followers, we should catch it. Yeah, exactly, S&B. I'm wondering how it knows they're new also. And I want to head over to... If it does this again, I want to head over to TwitchLib and see if I can figure out what it's doing to determine that these are the new ones. Yeah, I have no idea why, Adam, but I would recommend against it. There we go. Hey, we got it. Okay, so event args. How big is this list? See, looks like it gave us 100. 100 new people, so that sounds like it gave us a batch of 100 names that it wants. And that's on new followers detected. Okay, so that answers the question. It is coming in as a big batch. So let's take a look at what TwitchLib is doing. So let's, what? Okay, anyway. So TwitchLib. TwitchLib. This is the API, right? Whoops. Follower service. API services follower service. So here we go. Let's jump over to the follower service. Follower service right here. Follower service is an API service. That's right here. On new followers detected. Okay. If there's a thing, invoke it with a new set of args for the channel and the followers. And when does it do this? This is inside of updates the follower service with the latest, automatically called internally when service is started. Channel to monitor. Get latest follower async. They must have a bug on their end with this. Got it. Okay, so this... Alright, so here's what seems to be happening. So if we take a look... so try get value, known followers. So looks like they're storing a list of known followers. Get latest followers. So that's the latest followers, as long as that's 0. So that's by channel the current known followers. This is a caching layer it sets up. And then if it doesn't have one, okay, so basically if they don't have a current set of followers in the cache, then what they do is they set your latest followers to a new set of followers. They put it in there. What's the cache size? Cache size equals 1,000? Wait a minute. 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 Hang on a sec. Where did this get set? In the constructor? The maximum amount of followers to cache per channel? Does that mean that they don't keep track of enough of my followers, maybe? Because I have over 2,000 followers? I'm going to try setting that cache larger and see what happens. This is the follower service constructor. So this was created here. This is their service? Or mine? This is theirs. Cache size. Just to test it, we're going to do this real fast. So I'm actually just going to set that cache size. I'm going to debug again, so we'll catch the breakpoint, which means I won't spam the chat. And we're going to find out if we catch it now. So this is just my little hand-wavy test. If this is the case, then we should hop over to TwitchLib, get them an integration test that confirms this, or something like that. We might actually be able to do this as a unit test instead of an integration test now that I think about it, because we should just be able to send back more than whatever the cache is in records and see it fail. So we'll find out. So, just for general conversation stuff, I did upgrade my Visual Studio. You guys can tell because my flag's no longer yellow up here in the top right corner. So that seemed to go well. Then additionally, a new update to VS Live Share actually came out. So in VS Live Share, now by default, without having to turn on a special flag, you can actually have up to 30 people in your live share all at once. Oh, it got called. Bummer. New followers. Yep, still says 100 followers. Why does it every single time think I have 100 followers? Why aren't they just using the followed at flag? They could just be using... I just realized this. This is what we should fix for TwitchLib. The new follower, when this value comes back, look at what's on it. It has followed at on there. Why aren't they just doing it based on time? That makes no sense. Let's go have a look at that. Okay, so a couple of things I want to look at. First off, whenever you're looking at an open source project, there's a couple of things you need to do. First one, if they have a parent project, which is what this is here, this is the TwitchLib repository on the TwitchLib organization, and then they've got the API. The code we're messing with is in the API. However, they might do their issue tracking up here, so I want to confirm that before I mess with things. Oh, that's funny. Someone says this doesn't have the name anymore. Which is true. Services now use Helix endpoints and in turn... Okay, yeah, thanks, dude. Any good point why this change had to be made? Most of the stuff... Yeah. On followers detected. Try string followers from 5 people. Yeah, so they could do something like that, but I'm actually noticing a worse problem. Because we ran into something that is bigger, it seems. And I don't understand why, because it keeps telling us about new followers, but clearly they're not there. So, yeah, S&B, you're right. I could filter on my end to make this suddenly start working. So we could do this, for example. How could we cheat this? Follower service is only going to be one created, so when this starts up, we could just set a date. Startup time. Alright, now here's the question. That data, when someone followed, new Twitch API, reference in here. We're just going to jump to follower. It's going to get user follows. Right, this is the one we want. Here we go. Okay. Followed at, and it comes back with a Z. Okay, so that means these times should all be in UTC. So that's what the Z means whenever you see a formatted timestamp. So what this tells me is that assuming that TwitchLib is pulling these all back, we could just verify that against a UTC time, and then just do this. Now, that actually tells me that instead of doing the caching that TwitchLib is doing, instead what they could do is just check this timestamp as well. Ancient Coder, hey, welcome, good afternoon. Okay, so, on this one, let's do this. New followers, let's grab this list up here. So, new followers, and it's going to be .where follower, and let's get these on a new line so that this is a little clearer what's going on. So we're going to say follower dot followed at is greater than our startup time. So we're going to say these new followers that you're claiming we have, let's only get the ones where they followed after the time that the application started up. We'll select their user ID and then send that asynchronously out to the Helix API. Helix, for those of you that don't know, is the new API on Twitch. So, Ancient Coder, we are updating our TwitchLib connection, so the connection that actually connects to Twitch. I am going to drop a breakpoint there because I don't trust this. So we're going to find out what happens. Hopefully we end up with an empty list because there aren't any new followers to report. And I think that if that's the case, since this is coming straight from a follower service that I believe is the TwitchLib follower service, we may want to fix this bug for the TwitchLib people, because that's what it looks like this is. Looks like we found a bug in their code. And we can take care of that for them. I mean, if this really is a bug that's in there, that actually surprises me a lot, because it's a really nasty one. So, while I wait for that, I am going to hop over here. Not partnered exception, Twitch API is not mockable. Oh, that's a problem. Ah, here we go. What's in the list now? Empty, got it. There we go. Cool. Oh, because we sent it, it was expecting users, and we didn't have any. So, let's do this. If new followers, any, then, whoops, then do that. So there is our quick fix to just keep it from breaking. So this is temporary fix. This is temporary fix to keep, whoops, actually I don't need that caching change that I did. Let me get rid of that. I don't want to commit that one. Turns out we didn't need it. Okay, so this is temp fix. Be sure followers are new. Oh yeah, Wheatlaw. Yes, that would be a very good one to do. Although, one thing I would want to avoid there, Wheatlaw, is we have to find a way that works through. So I want to find a way that works for TwitchLib as well. So let's take a look at that new follower detected. What's it called? Where's the event again? So in this repository, don't try to fix stupid libs. Thanks, Wheatlaw. Alright, so on new follower detected, they invoke this, and that is definitely a problem. Update latest followers async, existing follower ID, latest known follower date. Oh, wait, hang on. For the channel? Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fork this over to our team over here. Yeah, sorry, hang on. It should be safe to turn on the bot now, so that's what I'm going to do, Wheatlaw. And then links and things like that the bot manages can be used again. So, Yeah. The bot was down because the because it was doing that spamming stuff. So relevant links, our Discord link, our GitHub link. Links to GitHub and Discord are also down below. The stream, video, whatever is down there. You can find it below. So now what I want to do is this. I want to go to File, Clone, and then I want to go to TwitchLib. So we're going to grab this. That is a perfectly fine place. Destination already exists. Whoa! Wait, TwitchLib API. I already have a copy of that? That must be like the actual TwitchLib. Yeah, wow, I do have them here. I'm gonna delete them though. Goodbye. Bye, TwitchLib. So I have a copy of the TwitchLib API that we're gonna pull in. And I'm gonna open up a new Visual Studio so we can take a look at that. So, come on, Visual Studio, catch up. Hang on while I just wait for Visual Studio. I wasn't doing anything, Visual Studio. Take your time. Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, whatever. Hey, Brave Cobra, welcome. Hey, Seb the Third. Hey, everybody, welcome. Doop. There we go. Okay. So let's see if we can't get a few tests in place and get TwitchLib fixed up here nicely. So, improving the other code, as we say. Okay, excellent. Wait, what? Do they have the tests like in here? Where are the? I swear they had tests. Hang on. Wait a second. They had tests. I know they had tests. Really? I thought they had tests up there. Did they not have tests? Where are their tests? Isn't that what we saw? I swear we saw tests. Did we not see tests? I saw tests. Did you guys see tests? Seb the Third. Yeah, so we have actually been doing JavaScript on a frequent basis lately. Right now what we're trying to do is upgrade our TwitchLib library. And we noticed a problem with it, so I am attempting to get us a nice fix for this. Let me do this. TwitchLib API. You're telling me that when I do this, follower services tests. Okay, so they have. Is this not in the project? What's the deal with this? Okay, so in the dev branch, we apparently have these. Are they lying to me here? API test. Oh, they're just not included. Okay. What? No. Yeah, I noticed that, Brave Cobra. That's kind of weird. I don't get why they didn't put it in here. Wait, what am I doing? TwitchLib API? Tests? Why aren't these in here? I don't know. Hey, Takeshi, welcome. And Seb the Third. So, in one of our projects, we are using Vue.js. In one of our other projects, we are starting to use React. So, we'll see how that goes. Oh, that's just lovely. Live stream monitoring. Follower service tests. Here we go. Follower service. Known followers contains user ID when service updated. Takeshi, we are updating our TwitchLib API right now, and then I want to do some stuff in JavaScript on our site. So we're going to do a little bit of both. And yeah, Brave Cobra, it is totally possible that the tests are failing, and that's why they got removed. Yeah, Seb the Third, that's kind of the idea. So a lot of us want to learn both React and Vue, so makes a lot of sense. Okay, so known followers. These aren't mocks, are they? These are fakes, aren't they? Or is it a mock? No, they're just they just have helpers for their mocks. Okay, that's fine. HTTP call handler. So this gets us a Twitch API. So they're mocking out at the level of the they're mocking out at that point. So in the follower service, so what's it get when you what does it do when you actually request this URL, I wonder? So there we go. So we're gonna go to this. What parameters did this thing take? So this is just get all follows. Okay, so this is just asking for every single one. Oh man. This gets the first 20 IDs of users who are following that user. Whoa. That is one beast of a request then, if this is how you detect it. Oh man. That's kind of terrifying, actually. I didn't read this apparently all that well. So is user X following user what? Whoa, that's just crazy. So that means if I take a look at the TwitchLib code, and take a look at their Helix request to, it's got to be users. Where's follows? Get user follow async right here. They grab that and it comes back with a set of data. Filling that, I assume, automatically with the values that this gives us, which means that anything this is called by, hey, Lucky Number 7 was editing this. we're using ID based, right? Okay, so follower service tests are going to be using the follower service. So let's open this up. We were looking at this one before. Set channels by ID. Okay. Set channels by name. Get latest followers async. So this works actually a little bit differently than what we were looking at before. You want to have only the ones that were added during the stream. Yes, exactly, Brave Cobra. You saw an after parameter. That's... So if we look at this one, then... So it was called there. Oh, I think the after and before might be actually GUIDs or some kind of unique identifier that's used by the API to determine this stuff. I think that might be what it is. Not a date, per se, because that should match up with how this works. And after, yeah. Cursor for forward pagination tells the server where to start fetching the next data set. So see, that's so that it can keep track when it needs to request a page. It's basically saying, I want the next set. So, yep, exactly. So interestingly, it would be nice if since Twitch is able to return it, it would be nice if you were able to just say, hey, I want after this date, but they didn't put that in the API, and it would actually make so much sense to have, like, you know, a date check on there, because then you could always just say, hey, you know, do it based on whatever the last date was that I've checked. You don't need the list of followers, but also the date they added their follow. Yeah, exactly, Brave Cobra. We just need one of those. Okay, so, in this one, so followers, it reverses the list. Here's the challenge. So the follower service, get followers async. Let's see if we can make a test that does this and shows the problem. So that's just on service tick. New follower detected. Raised when latest followers are updated. So get user follow response. So this puts a single follow in here. And then it says return back the followers when we call follows on that. And then create list with empty string. On new followers detected event, we're going to wire up and we're going to say event executed. It's just verifying that it executes. When no new followers. A mock of follow where the from user ID equals from user ID. Update, okay, so it calls update twice? Well, yeah, but the problem is that that only works after the second time you've done it. Floodgris, hey, welcome. Sorry, Brave Cobra. The bot got a little overzealous there. Hey, I saw your video on GitHub for Windows developers today. Thanks, Floodgris, glad you liked it. Very nice, Floodgris, thank you. So you were looking at this part of the API. I believe this is the old one, isn't it? Yeah, this is the old TwitchLib. There's a new TwitchLib version. Okay, yeah, so here's the problem. This... Wait, hang on. This looks like the test we wanted. This one looks right. On new followers detected is not raised when new follower older than latest. How does it detect the latest? Is it calling it twice again? Thanks, guys. They're calling it twice again. Okay, so they set event executed count to 0. They then create an instance, set the channel ID, and set undetected. Update latest followers async is the... It's called internally, yeah. So I shouldn't have to call that, but they do it for the sake of the test. And then when it happens... Users follows response second user JSON. So this that's just they're resetting the mock for the HTTP caller and then doing that, calling it again, and they're expecting to still only have one. Okay, so they didn't reset the follower service, they just reset that. Let me take a look at our code and make sure we're not doing anything weird first. They didn't call start, but I did do this. What does follower service start do? Let me take a quick look, because they're not doing it. So, follower service start's not even a thing anymore, apparently. Unless this is implementing something else. It's an API service. Okay. So I started the API service, which we should not actually need to do, I don't think, based on what they're doing. So maybe I can get rid of that. But either way, ID-based monitoring and name-based monitoring, so those are watching for those. On new follower detected. These are not new followers, that's the problem. Okay, so let's see. Any other constructor throws? Nope. Set channel? Nope, 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 nope. Okay. So let's try this. Older than latest. They don't store them, though. Alright, here's what we're going to do. Duplicate. On new followers detected, not raised when... not raised when... when only existing followers? I don't know. Yeah, followed at date time 1. That is hilarious. You could do like datetime.min or something, but yeah, 1 I guess works. 1 tick from the beginning of time. From first user ID equals, so sets it equal to that. Mock handler. Wait, why is this one not working? Did I... Whoops. Off by a curly, everyone. Off by a curly brace. There we go. Sorry guys, I totally borked your test there for a sec. That borked like everything, didn't it? Didn't it? Yeah, it borked like everything. There we go. Alright, fixed. And I now should not have borked everything. Good, I didn't. I just made one new test with a new name. Fantastic. There it is. Okay, so this is first user ID, and these tests are going to conflict, by the way, because this is the real test. Mock handler. That first guy is in the past. That doesn't even make any sense. Zero. That should event execute count should be 0. Follower service created and undetected. Like that, it seriously makes 0 sense. Brave Cobra, congrats on what thing? And let me see if any of these guys are around. Yeah, I know, right? Test with a new name. Where is Twitch API, TwitchLib? I am actually talking in their Discord right now. I'm wondering why the TwitchLib on new followers detected event triggers automatically at every startup with all of my followers. Should I ignore the first time the event triggers? Right now I'm filtering by the followed at date. So I let them know that I'm having to filter at the followed at date every single time, which makes no sense. No sense! So, anyway, figured I'd let them know. Our change, so it looks like literally once we do this, this one should work. This test is going to be broken. This test won't work. And this is the one that they need to make pass. So when I run this, there we go. Expected 0, actual 1, because of course it ran. Yeah, so I get that, Brave Cobra, which is why they should do a single request to establish the baseline and then not call the event. Like, they should not trigger this event, this public event that we connect to off the first one. That's what seems weird about it, is they shouldn't do that part. But the first time everybody's a new follower. Yeah, but Brave Cobra, they only do it... Yeah, exactly. So the problem is they're considering every single one of my followers to be a new follower. Is it up to the library to make that distinction? Well, yeah, because that's on new followers detected, Brave Cobra. So keep in mind that is a trigger to be able to respond to a new follower happening live, Brave Cobra. So, exactly, define new. However, keep in mind this. They don't know what I have processed already. So if I do something like, I want to make sure that everybody who's a new follower I do a thing for, that would be on my responsibility, and I should just be doing that tracking myself by grabbing the full set of followers each time, which is made available in the API. But this is an event trigger, not a request the new ones. And if there were a request the new ones API, then you should be requesting based on a time trigger that I should be keeping track of. The library shouldn't do that. What the library should do is figure out who my most recent follower is and wait for any new ones after that. So that's the way wouldn't it be easier to just record a date time when the service starts, then filter by the followed at value. That way, you don't have to do a cache comparison. You can just check a UTC date for something newer than the most recent follow. Or startup time. I made the suggestion to TwitchLib that they basically implement what I put in our bot. So we'll see if Swifty Spiffy goes for that suggestion. I think that's the easiest way. Doesn't TwitchLib just have to make the API available in C# and that's it? Brave Cobra, yes, they could do that. However, they do have some convenient features like that new follower event trigger. And that's the challenge, is if they do want to have some of those conveniences, then that has to be there. Yes, Brave Cobra, they did add a domain logic piece, and so that's why they need to handle that one. So alternately, I could just do that part myself by calling the follower service and looking at that. So either one would technically work. But yes, they did add some domain logic on their own there. But there is a bug with it, so either way, seems to be fixed on our end, as our bot has not been spamming with new followers, so that's good. So I'm saying I did that in my code to prevent it from spamming, but every time my bot loads, it thinks I have hundreds of new followers. Gus Hertz. Yeah, so we're doing a chat bot in here that works pretty well, but we are currently updating our Twitch. Yeah, so it is technically probably getting all like 1,000 of them. Except I think that their service probably limits it down to 100 at a time. Which, actually, we can go find that. Here. So I'll hop back over into this. We'll go back to the follower service and take a look. Query count per request. The amount of followers to query per request. So every time it does that, it's going to send back 100. So yeah. We probably don't want to query for that many. Even like in normal circumstances, we're never going to have that many. So I should probably lower that. Known followers, latest follower dates. Something they should probably mention on there is that the API works in 20s, so it would be good to mention that. But yeah, we should be able to send them update latest followers. Updates the follower service with the latest followers automatically called internally when the service is started. Okay, so where does it... Okay, so here's where it has known followers. Latest follower dates is a dictionary of string of date time, and it gets the most recent followed at date. So there you go. So it is tracking it based on the date time, but they don't start with one. So I almost feel like what they need to do, existing followers from days, latest known follower date, right there. Okay, so for each follower, they're just checking to see if that and that. That is a weird way to write that, but okay, so they're adding in new follower and updating the date when they do that. So we just need to set the latest known follower date for the channel when it gets created. So where was this value set initially? Actually, let's look at all the sets just to be certain. So Brave Cobra, it looked like they had them sorted by ID and then reversed the collection so that they are sorted by date and then reverse the collection. So they would go through the oldest ones first. Why did that not get me all references of this? Find all usages. There we go. So this is the only point where it is set, is when you set channels to monitor. Onset channels, channels to monitor. So service task, set channels. Maybe when you call start, maybe that's where you do it. Set channels by ID. We could do it here. Alternately, we could do this. Where we start this off with one, but oh well. No, we don't have the channels at that point. So whenever we get the channels, is that in the constructor for this? How did we call it? When we're over here, Twitch follower service. Create this, we set the channels, call start, And then, so this is what it is. So it is set channels by ID on the follower service. So when we're in here, where is that? Set channels. So we're going to do for each channel to monitor. Say channel. Now where did that get used? So this is one cheating way to do it. We could say is datetime UTC now, so that's like the shortest way to do it, and basically just say, hey, each one is a, we're setting this latest date, so we're only going to watch for ones that are newer than now. Obviously, if you're writing your own logic for this, you could decide how it worked. So the question is this suddenly going to break the test or not? Guess there's one way to find out, right? Follower service tests. Does this test suddenly pass? Let's see. Expected 0, actual 1. Okay. Which means the other tests probably still pass. So, I'm going to get rid of that for now. We're going to get rid of that. And that'll be our suggestion. We'll see how that goes. So, this is not going to be the dev branch. This will be like benric / fix follower service. What is this? New follower detected. We'll make that for now. Publish that branch, and we're gonna say, what is this? Latest follower dates equals that. Default the current latest follower dates. So now, get rid of this. Since I think they were already checking the dates against that list, it should just work out of the box. So we want to send it there from ours. That's the only change right there. Free to use this, toss it, or just reference what I'm talking about from it. Set default. Set default. What is that value again? Last follower date for channels in follower service. Feel free to use this, tosses, or just use it for reference. Taking from it. Let me hop over here. Is this theirs? Yes, this is theirs with an issue. Follower service. Reporting. Always reporting new followers. Which version am I running? I wonder. we're going to hop over here. I'm going to take a look at our Twitch project. I think it's 3.0.1. Edit this. Yep. This is the version of TwitchLib I am referencing. When I start a follower service and watch the new follower on new follower detected event, it always starts off by why camel case in the title. I have no idea, Brave Cobra, it's just what I did. When I start an event, it always starts off by reporting 100 new followers who are not new followers. Don't think it's setting cache or anything. Setting its cache when the service starts means always considers everyone to be new for the first trigger of the event. Alright, I think that ought to be good. Let's submit that as an issue. We will then reference issue number 87. 87? Yeah. It's 87. If you ever use this, Thomas is just referencing. I don't know. We'll send that in. There you go, guys. We'll see if that breaks everything. As their CI build should be running now. Cool. Alright, sent. Let's get rid of the TwitchLib API project. We don't need it anymore. And that's annoying because our bot probably is getting back those 100 records every single time and saying, you know, like when it starts up and going like, whoa, nope, I don't need those. Just dumb. Oh, good. Those values stayed. The tags persisted on Twitch. I am thrilled by this. Switch back to my project, which is DevChatter bot. There we go. Okay, so our TwitchLib upgrade seems to have worked. We're using the new TwitchLib. Things are running, things are connected. All the various stuff's working. I think it's turned off, but the bot responded to it. Can we ping viewers? Viewers, there we go. What are the other things that reference that stuff? Uptime work? Hey, uptime works. Okay, so it looks like most of the stuff that we are doing is working as expected. So, wait, what? Well, it's on cooldown, Brave Cobra, and the reason why that didn't show up on the screen is because I have that layer turned off. So, there we go. Now it should work. See? I just didn't have it displaying, so pipe and derp work just fine, and I apologize if that just caused a bunch of lag for anyone, because that changes the screen a whole lot, so I would not be surprised if that does that. Okay, cool. So now that that is in there, I want to do this. Let's go ahead and send in a pull request for our stuff now as well. Wait, did I not leave that open? I didn't leave that open. I closed that window. Way to go, me. So I wanted to do this. TwitchLib upgrade. Going into the master branch. Alright, next thing I want to do is this. So now that that's in there, we've done our TwitchLib upgrade, so we're on the latest version of TwitchLib. There's one other thing that I want to do, and that is I want to search for the text v5 inside of CS files only. So we're going to go to Find Options, and we're going to say, only look in the CS files, please. So I get back results that are actually useful. Alright, so the Twitch follower service. We're using v5 models in this. We don't want to use anything v5 anymore. If we can avoid it. Streaming info service. So is it get stream by... what is this? Get viewer count. Okay, so... Brave Cobra, what's the ouch about? So let's do this. Underscore Twitch API dot helix streams get stream by user. Let's take a look. So I think I actually just closed it, but Twitch API reference. Get streams and get streams metadata. So what's get streams metadata look like? This is an example response from the metadata. So active streams playing. Okay. Returns streams broadcast by one or more of the... you can specify up to 100 IDs. What's in the metadata? Does this get us viewers? Response. Game ID. Broadcaster. So get streams. Pass them in. What does it have? Viewer count. There it is. Okay, so it is on this one. So if we just do get streams and pass in the user ID. So get streams user IDs equals new list of string. Call that the user IDs. And we want to just put this value in here. Okay, so once we get this, I can say var stream info equals that. And we don't want to set it to that. I want to await that result. So that is a get streams response. there should be single or default viewer count. Why is it complaining? Oh, it's an int question mark. Okay. So if we didn't find, we'll report back 0. So if something goes wrong, we're going to say 0 viewers. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay, cool. So get viewer count. So that instance of that should go away. So there we go. There's a refresh on this, right? I thought there was a way to refresh those results. So we're going to do this. We're going to find all again. So now we're down to just a couple of places. So get uptime is doing the same thing. So we'll do that. Started at... Hang on. Let me just make sure there's no helpers on here that just do that for us. Helix. Streams. Nope. Okay, so we're just going to do that again. So grab the same value. This time, instead of, say, question started at, gets it as date time, minus, minus, it's current time minus start time, right? Maybe do get streams once instead of for each property. Brave Cobra, we can't really, because so you really do have to make each one of these a request, because the values are changing. These are snapshots in time, so unless these were called at the exact same moment, what we could do is we could cache it for a second, so we don't have to do it frequently. So that actually would not be a bad way to do it. Basically do micro caching on it, where it's, you know, it will only do it once every like 5 seconds or something like that, so that if someone checks that, though. Now that I think about it, the uptime is not going to change, so that one could pretty much get cached right away. Draco, yes, I am planning on using the Unity game engine on stream at some point. So that is yes, we will be doing that. That is absolutely part of the plan. Okay, so this value should get cached. So this will be underscore stream started at and a hype from Draco. Okay, so we're gonna set that, and we'll say if underscore stream started at equals null, then we're gonna set its value. Actually, let's recheck once an hour to make sure the time is right. That way if someone does an extra stream or something like that. So stream started at equals null, or if stream started at is less than date time UTC now minus so we'll subtract an hour. So exactly, Brave Cobra, that's the idea. So if you didn't restart the bot or something like that in that time, that would get it. Oh, Brave Cobra, you're wanting 3D derps to go flying around? Is that what you're saying? So no, that's not, just for the record, that is not the way that I want that caching to work long term. I'm just ripping out Helix and we can fix it up later. Hey, Crimson Green, welcome. So let's do this. So we've potentially switched this to Helix. I'm going to restart the bot here. Should use the new one. Is that actually going to work, or is it just going to complain that it can't replace those values? We will do this then. We will force that. There it is. Hey bot, welcome. Viewers. Currently have 40 viewers, seems right. Uptime. Stream has been going for 1 hour 30 minutes. That seems right also. Hey, cool. And the time's updating, so we didn't mess that up. So, hooray. Okay, cool. Let's get this one committed. Switch. Streaming. Let's say stream info to use Helix API. So we're just taking a quick second to get off of the old Twitch API. So Twitch is going to force us to do that at the end of the year. So we're a couple of months out right now. December 31st is going to be the last day that these old APIs are available. So that's why it's a good idea to get rid of it now rather than waiting until the last possible moment. So this one here, user follower. User follows. Okay, user follows async. Okay, so... Hey, S&B, welcome. And Caspius Labs, welcome, thanks for following. Oh, okay, well, I'll take a look, Brave Cobra. I don't know why. I'm not too worried about that PR failing. It was mostly just a, hey, you guys should take a look at this one. Because that wasn't what I was planning on doing today. Helix users, oh, it's pluralized. Get users follows async now. And then this needs a list of user IDs, I'm betting now. Which we should change this whole thing, actually, I realize. New list of string. And we'll put that value in there, and we'll call this user IDs. Oh, it's from ID. Oh, my bad. hang on. I went and did that. I assumed that it was... We don't want the V5 models anymore. That's a follow. And these are follows. There we go. Okay, switched. Someone else followed. And I didn't see who it was, but SMC, welcome, thanks for following. And hello, Caspius Labs. Greetings. User follows, user follows, user follows, user follows. Okay, I'm not a big fan of that, but it'll stay for now. I don't know why I had it that way, but apparently I did. V5, search everywhere, please. Hey, it's all gone. Fantastic. What was this used for? This is referenced here. Users we get users we follow. Okay, I hate this thing. This is gonna die. Goodbye. You're gone. Done. We're not using you anymore. See ya. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. So this is public iList of get users we follow. So we're gonna make this async. Task of iList of string. So now what we're going to do is this. We're going to say underscore user follows. We're going to say if that is null, then we are going to do this, where we set that now we're going to await the Twitch API call like this. Into a variable, first off. So that's the response. Now we're going to say dot followers. Follows? Yeah, follows. And then what we want to do is this. Return. We don't actually want to save user follows, I realize. That's not the one we want. That's the list of follows. Yeah, Caspius Lab, we are switching to the Helix API right now. That is actually what we've been changing. So to make this an iList of string, we're gonna say users followed users. And actually, I'm just going to make it a list. We're using it internally. So I want to say followed users. I'm going to check and see if that is null. If it is, then we are going to set this value. So followed users equals await, and we want to get these from there. Caspius, enough things are working that it's fairly safe to start using it. Keep in mind that, so I'm actually not sure on whether or not they've changed the date, but they were saying end of this year they're retiring the other APIs, so I want to make sure that we do get to them before that point at least. So we're going to get users async, and we're going to get the users based on IDs, and we're going to say bar followed IDs. I'm going to select from user ID should be on those. No, to user ID. Marshall Gamer. So this is actually the chatbot that is here in the chat with us right now, and Tranquiliza, greetings, welcome. So, yep, that is what this one is for. What is that value? It's a list. So, to list. There we go. Wrong type. Wrong type. Foo equals that. I don't need to specify the ID because that is the first parameter. Get user response. So then we're going to say followed user. And I'm going to rename foo in case anybody's wondering about that one. What? ToString? No. ToList. Come on. We're going to select display name, followed users. I'm going to put those on their own line just so they're a little less messy. Okay. Hey! Yeah, no problem, Trank. Exactly, S&B. Foo! Everybody knows foo! No, but I love using foo as just the one because it's so easy. Okay, so I need to come up here and I need to change this from that to a task of this. Yeah, don't change the classics. Is stream uptime using Twitch API or is it calculated? Caspius Labs, it is calculated using the Twitch Helix API to ask when the stream started. So that's where my uptime actually comes from. Var C gibberish CA equals... Exactly, Trank. So easy. I don't know why anybody would complain about it. Hang on. Get random followed stream. So we'll do this. So we will await that as well. So we'll... It's going to be a task of string. And I want to apologize to everybody because I am now in, you know, the task ripple all the way up to the top of every single call that's now like, hey, you didn't do this in the thing with the... And now someone's gonna murder me for that one. If I do that, right? String, stream name, get async. Oh, derp. I'm like, why is it complaining? I'm like, derp. Yes, it's async. The thing someone's going to kill me for is that. But I don't think I can change it to task because everything would suddenly need tasks, and I'm not going to deal with that. That's too big a headache. So we're going to have an async void at the top and hope that no one murders me. Let's see, long time ago since I messed with Twitch, they've got some lovely APIs now. Trank, lovely's a stretch. More cohesive, but missing some of the stuff that... There's a roundabout way to do things in it. A lot of it's nicer, but there's some weirdness in it still. Not perfect, but it's not bad. You have a preference of explicit type... wait, hang on. You have a preference for explicit types over var any particular reason. Brave Cobra. I use explicit types whenever the type is not otherwise on the line, and I use var if the type is on the line. And part of the reason I like that is because I like code to be obvious. I like to be able to look at it and say, hey, yeah, I know what type that is, without having to hover my cursor over it or anything like that. So, if, for example, if I did like var my list equals new list, right? This I would use var because seeing this is kind of redundant. The other time when I like using var is if the type is really, really big and complicated. I'll sometimes use var just to make it a little shorter, but that's about it. Other than that, I like the explicit type. Just because it's clear and obvious, I can look at the line and I know exactly what's going on. Thanks, Will. Glad you're going to avenge me for when someone kills me for that. Someone has been dispatched. Oh, thanks, S&B. Great, there's already someone on the way to kill me. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Exactly, Brave Cobra. So whenever I go to a lot of conferences and I talk about new features and languages and things like that a lot and what you can actually do. And what I'll point out to everybody is that all of these new features that we have, some of them are in there because they have been getting requested to add to the language and various things. Some of them are just added in because someone thought, hey, yeah, this would be a cool thing to put in here. Some are in there for allowing different style preferences. Some are built in for the team that actually maintains the compiler for the language. But the big important thing to remember is a lot of these changes are in there as preferences. So some people like expression-bodied members in C#. So if you haven't seen that, I know I've got an expression-bodied member somewhere. I could just show you one. We could do it right here. We could do this as an expression-bodied member, probably. So there we go. That constructor is now an expression-bodied member. So I no longer need the curly braces on my constructor, because I could do it in that single line like that, and it worked fine. So there we go, expression body. Works just fine. Obviously, I'm not going to commit that one because people probably don't want me to do that, especially with it calling a base. But that's the point, is it comes down to a style preference. So if you really like that syntax, hey, awesome, go for it. Now, the funny thing about that, Trank, is I actually think our fat arrow syntax, I think we actually got that before JavaScript, but I'm not 100% on that. I thought C# had it a little bit earlier, but I don't remember for certain. They got it around the same time. So, the good old fat arrow syntax for stuff. Cool. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, var is great, by the way. I love it. One of the things that bugs me is when people use var instead of int, and I'm like, what? You didn't save any space. Why didn't you just write int? So, what did we do? We changed how we get the random followed stream. Usually follows. So that's just part of the change there. This is the one that actually made the change. Okay. Sounds good. That looks like what we want. I am going to go ahead and stop everything, run it again. You have no idea which was first. I just ran into a lot of unreadable JavaScript. Yeah, that is part of the challenge. Is we actually run into that in all languages. Is we can give the power to do things, but that doesn't mean that people are going to do it right. All we can do is give them the tools and hope that no one abuses it. And that being said, I'm not going to say that I won't, mess things up and abuse stuff. I'll just try not to. So hang on while we restart the bot. It sometimes when I go to build, IS Express won't let go of the DLLs, so I have to do that. Okay, TypeScript helps a lot, but that can be very unreadable too. Very true, Trank. Type interference, type inference, yeah. Unfortunately, you have no leash with JavaScript compared. Yes, JavaScript gives you a lot of freedom. C# actually gives more freedom than people realize. And yeah, that's part of where we can do some stuff that's pretty bad. What is the command? Is it that one? Streams? It's the streams command that does it, right? Or is it the shoutout one? Hey, seems like it works. So, cool. Streams and shoutout, they both seem to work. Oh, that's awesome, S&B. No, Brave Cobra, IIS Express. So, it's not in a console, it's an IIS Express, but yes, that's where it's run. And I could just do it in a console, you are correct. But I do still get that output, because I can just pull it here, and, yeah. It doesn't really matter, Brave Cobra. It doesn't matter. You can do it either way. I mean, eventually I'm going to have it running in not a console. When I put it somewhere eventually. So, let's see. This is... call Helix for random follow selection. Is DevChatter bot on GitHub? Yes, it is, actually. Actually, pretty much all the code that we do here on stream, couple of exceptions, are stored out on GitHub at github.com/devchatter. Link in the chat. And if you are so inclined, we also have a Discord that is fairly active, actually. So feel free to check that out as well if you want to talk to me or any of the other people that are here in the stream. Okay, so that is our shout out. And I think, let me just confirm this. V5, entire solution. Anything? Nothing. V5 is gone. So no more V5. Did we have V? We didn't have V3 at all before, did we? Nope. Okay, cool. Great. Star. Woohoo! Let's hop over onto here and make sure, yes, we had one of these. And did it have that most recent update? Initial upgrade untested, temp fix. There we go. Cool. Woohoo! Hey, Wheatlaw, welcome back. No, Wheatlaw, actually, we've got that piece working. V5 gone. Do we still have the Twitch do we still have Twitch API access? Yeah, Brave Cobra. We pulled out all references to the V5 API on Twitch, and now everything we're doing goes through the Helix API. So that was the change that we just made. So, now we can work on other things, fun things. Not that that wasn't fun. Brave Cobra, that is just going to be done up here for me. Right there. See that? That's going to run the test for me. While I do something else. And I will look when it succeeds or fails. But I guess I could run them for you if you like. If you actually want to see now. And to be honest, I'm not 100% on whether or not they're all gonna pass or not, but we'll see. Yep, they're good. Derp. Do something given something. You've been playing with fscheck today for unit tests. Oh, nice, S&B. Yeah, Brave Cobra. I mean, I often do too, depending on the project, but for some reason I don't on our chat bot. I don't know, I just kind of send them up on this one and let it do its thing and just continue on. What was I doing? I wanted to do a thing. We didn't do anything with the JavaScript yet today, and my description says we're going to do stuff with JavaScript. So let's hop over here, and at minimum, we're going to rebase this onto master. Oh, don't worry, don't worry. We are not a JavaScript stream here. We're not a C# stream. We just happen to do JavaScript and C#. I think we confused the bot there for a moment. Okay, so updated. And the bot's going to say hello again because if it rebuilds, it hops back in, starts up, and says hello again. Yeah, we're not a programming stream. We just happen to do programming. We're a discussion stream. We're a Twitch stream. Yeah, that was intentional, Brave Cobra. And the reason why I mentioned JavaScript is because I do have in the title of the stream, it does say that we're going to do JavaScript. Also, one thing, I know I've mentioned it to you guys before, but like, I have this nice set of books here called The Pragmatic Programmer, and Clean Code, and Working Effectively with Legacy Code. I've had these books for way too long. And I can tell you, they are an awesome set of books. So, all three of them are really, really good. So, if you're doing React, you have some TypeScript for it, though. So we have not started adding any TypeScript yet, Trank. Clean Code? You haven't read Clean Code? So seriously, I actually have links down below to the books I recommend, but I do recommend people actually check out all of these books. They're very, very good. You really should read this set. Okay, what was I doing? We need to... Oh, yeah, so I do get that, Weelo. A lot of people can't sit down and read a book for that long. So, we have this. Overlay, so... Right, this was getting wonky. I was gonna see if this could run it any better. Derp, derp, derp. Hang on while I derp a few times, everybody. You freaking kidding me? Man. New VS Code is weird. DevChatter bot source. what is this file? This is pages. What? Get out of here. Thanks. Overlays, topic overlay. Hey! It displays right over here. Yeah, that's way better. Way better. Never read a single programming book. Hey Ed, welcome. Oh, man, you just got home. Well, welcome back. Have you done anything with Service Fabric? I have not actually had the... So, let me phrase. I have not deployed anything to production on Service Fabric. Gotta clarify. It is one of those, I've messed with it, but I have not actually sent it anywhere kinds of things. Yeah. So that goes with a lot of us. Like, we'll go and mess around with a piece of tech, but really what matters is, did you deploy something that's real? And actually that brings up a point that I actually want to make. So I don't know if there are anybody in here who likes to do speaking or run workshops or anything like that. There's actually, that reminds me of the way I phrase questions. So I never go into a room and ask a question along the lines of, you know, who in here does unit testing? And the reason why I don't ask that question is because if I say that, you can get a whole bunch of people that go, oh yeah, I unit test, and you get two categories that raise your hand that you're not looking for hands raised on. You get the I've done it before, and you get the I want to raise my hand because everybody else is raising their hand and I don't want to look like the person that hasn't raised their hand. So I always phrase those as, you know, oh, who gets to unit test at work? And the reason why being that becomes a sort of a, you know, oh, I don't get to at work, usually to me means, okay, you don't have a lot of practice on it, but then it also means it's out of your control. So, you know, you would otherwise be doing it as a dev, so you don't have to feel like, oh, I need to raise my hand so I don't look like a bad dev, you know? You don't get any of that. So, people can be okay and comfortable not raising their hand. So there's those kinds of things. So, like, whenever I phrase stuff, you get a lot of people that don't want to admit to not knowing stuff. So, this props name, this state topic, on date, data received. Whereas I go on and I yeah, raise his hand. What's a unit test? Thanks, Ed. Where I was gonna say where I show up on, like, I live stream in a recorded piece of content telling everybody, hey, I don't know that thing. So, and yes, there are a lot of things I don't know. Okay, so what did we do? We set up a hub builder with a connection to that. Component did mount. Component will unmount. So when the component mounts, we are going to make the connection, start the connection. Oh, all the... scripts. Class component. Hang on, just checking this. Okay, what's a room? What's a stream? Yeah. Alright, so... change topic. So that's the name of the method. We have that property bound on data received to this. That is the topic change, and instead of hello that, we just want to set this initially. State, topic, empty string. If we put this inside of here, if I say Topic text. I go over here, we're going to let this reload at model.topicText. Okay, that might fill it in. Let's find out what happens. Okay, let me toss this over here so we can all see it, and let me just see what's going on in chat real fast. Maybe. The only language you use this. Oh, yeah. C# uses it, yeah. They have this or something else. VB uses me, yeah. But you generally don't want to use it since it can omit it almost everywhere. Yeah, exactly. So most style guides will actually recommend against specifying this explicitly in C#. But Ed, you see that we're using script babel. I'm a little late to the project. Did you cover your JS setup in a previous show? Yeah, Ed. We actually set this up on Tuesday. We started setting this piece up. I had John Knapp here on the stream, and he and I were working through selection of a JavaScript framework to use. So that was actually what we were doing on Tuesday. So it was very fun indeed. Okay. So I ran this. I want to go to the overlays, topic overlay. No text. Let's find out what happened here. Sources. Inline script. No topic. Did not set it. That's probably because I didn't have it set over here, did I? Do you want to see this? No, I didn't. Okay. Let me do this. I'm going to say topic text equals... what do we want this to equal? Coding in C# and JavaScript. JavaScript. There we go. Compile that. Yeah. And for anyone else that's wondering, so if you actually want to see any of the videos of our past episodes of the stream, you can actually find those here in the video section on Twitch. We actually record all of our episodes. And then in addition to that, if you want to find any of our older videos, because Twitch only keeps them for a while, you can actually find a full archive of all of our videos from the stream over on YouTube. So we have well over 100 videos at this point, considering that this is episode 122 of DevChatter. So lots of good programming content if you want to see any of that. So let's hop over here. Here's the topic overlay. Let's refresh. Hey, there we go. So it's showing the value there. Why is it showing it twice? We return that in a div. I must have done something else, right? So we have it in an H2 and we have it there. Ah, okay. So I had it in the H2 initially, and then that was the root. So if I get rid of that and refresh this page, it should recompile. Now it only has this topic text, so that's perfect. That is exactly what we wanted to see. So that value comes in, and the cool part is this. I should now be able to say topic, hello stream viewers. You are looking well today. Boom! Updated. So that was fast too. That was like immediately updated over there. Love seeing that. This changes immediately. Click. Boom. That's awesome. Yeah, that was really good. I like how that works. So the plan now is to be able to have like some basic stream element type things, some widgets that we can put on the page. There's some basics where if you want this or that or this other thing, you can just put those on and we'll wire them together like this. So basic stuff like whatever your topic is. And what I want to do for the default, Yes, Trank, this is all running with SignalR, so that's how all these things update. In fact, if you saw this earlier, the hype that actually shows up on the screen, that is also triggered by SignalR. So we use a SignalR message to send that over there. Sorry, Brave Cobra, you do not have permission to change the topic. S&B should, though. If S&B's still around, he was here a minute ago. So any of the moderators in the channel can actually change the topic. So that's in case I ever forget to change the topic, a moderator can help me out and update it. And yeah, so Trank, you actually can trigger that command, but there is a 2-minute cooldown, so we're not like, you know, covering the screen in those, because the change to all those pixels causes the video feed to lag for a lot of people. So changing everything all at once so frequently does cause some people with less good connections to... Exactly, yep. If you don't have a good connection, you get a blurry picture when we do that. So that's why I do it every once in a while when it's relevant. I don't want to like trigger it all the time. Okay, so cool. So that piece is working. Yep. Oops, I clicked on a thing I didn't mean to click on. So hang on while my computer loads software I didn't want it to load. Thanks, computer. So this is set the default topic text. Set default topic text. So that's actually what we had missed when we did the stream with John on Tuesday. Okay, so that value should come from somewhere. It either needs to be set at the beginning of the stream, or we will set it to whatever the current stream title is, maybe? Wouldn't be the worst thing. I'm thinking topic needs to be stored in the database, though. So, we might need to do that. So, I don't think I'm going to change that one yet, though. Let's take a look up here real fast. Oh, also, someone had mentioned something that I want to look into. I forget who mentioned it. Someone commented to me that my build on the TwitchLib project failed. Yep. Why did it fail real fast? Details. Did I break a test? I might have. And, Trank, thank you for that follow. How did I not notice that you hadn't followed right off the bat? But either way, much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying the stream. Hey, Can't Fly. Good evening. Welcome. Hey. Let's see. It ran for 1 minute 17 seconds about an hour ago. Why did it fail? It said number 248 errored. Cool. What's the error, though? The job exceeded the max length and has been terminated. Okay, well, I don't know what caused that one then. Hey, there's S&B. Hey, S&B, change the topic. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me switch back here. See response on GitHub. Oh, yeah. Can't Fly. Yes, you are right about that. Oh, yeah, see? S&B can change the topic. So, let me... here's what I Can't Fly suggested. So the comment about our previous change. So we made a change suggestion to TwitchLib. Did I get rid of that window? Yes, I did. Let me put these together. I will duplicate this and go to TwitchLib. So if we hop over here, I will show you the suggestion I made right here. So basically, here's the concept. Oh, actually, I should show what I did to work around it. So, Can't Fly, if you're still here, I will show you the workaround that I did. So I did this on my end, and every time the bot starts, I get 100. Okay, awesome. So followers, where is it? Ah, here we go. Nope, that's not the one. New followers, where is it? I just gotta look at the individual commit. Temp fix, it's this one. Okay, so, derp. Here is the change we made to fix it on our end. So what I did is when our service starts up, I just record the date, so whatever the current time is, and then inside of our event, so this is wired up to the event in TwitchLib, and I just say, hey, when this gets called, just filter out everybody who followed before our startup time. Now, what's nice about this is so what I think you would want to have happen is inside of TwitchLib to still use the cache concept, but maybe fill it with the initial data once before triggering the event, because you guys do fill up the cache with like what's the current state, but the problem is the initial filling calls out as if there were new followers, but I mean that would happen every time I ran the bot. Yeah, so like I could either on my end say don't, like the first time don't do it and just let it happen, which would be weird for an API that's like on new follower detected, right? So like that's just really weird that every time that would trigger with all of them. So I mean literally it triggers for all of my followers every time the bot runs. So that's a very strange event. So it just seems weird. But yes, you could say, yeah, don't trigger the first time, but that doesn't, it seems odd. Yeah, it seems odd, because actually when I first ran this, so I switched from the V5 API to the Helix API. This really is a breaking change, because in the previous one I didn't have to do that. And so what actually happened is, when I switched to the Helix API, it suddenly started spamming my chat with like hundreds of new follows. So that's what's weird about it. So if you watch that moment in my... yes, Aiden FPS, yes, and welcome, by the way. In order to be a programmer, it is very, very, very important that you wear glasses, and the reason for that is you need to be able to see the screen. So if you can't see the screen well without corrective lenses, you need to wear them. No, Trank. If you can see your screen without corrective lenses, then you don't need to wear glasses to be a programmer. See? Oh, Aiden, if you see, then you don't need glasses. Yeah. I'm gonna go check out the code again and see. Oh, yeah. All right. Very cool. Can't Fly. Let me know what you end up finding. But I'm. Glasses are not a condition to be a programmer. Yeah, that is actually very true, Agent Coder. I actually know a number of programmers that, well, lots of them wear contacts, and many of them have gotten LASIK and things like that as well. I think the main reason was the fact that it would initialize in the constructor. Oh, that could be Can't Fly. If the previous one initialized it once in the constructor and then did its initial cache check there, that would do it. Because to be honest, if it did the initial check, it would work like it did before, because the first run through caches all the caches all the IDs, and then also leaves the most recent ones followed time. So, that is very uncommon there, Trank. You clearly need larger monitors. I agree, Can't Fly. We do not want that to trigger inside the constructor. But what you could do instead is have the system itself know whether or not it's been run once. Alternately, that could be an optional state where... yeah, exactly. So keep in mind, Can't Fly, there's also a start method that we call. Here, look. You may not remember that. So there is a nope, not that one. Hang on, let me find it. Nope. Man, I don't even remember where that is right now. It's wherever I was fixing that code. The API we call start on the API. So Twitch API class has a start method, and since follower service is a Twitch API class, it has a start method. Snake, hey, welcome. Yeah, you can never have enough monitors. You know, ever since I joined your stream, I've been working. Do you shave every day, or you just can't go? Actually, I shave every day. So I'm a crazy person. So. Yep. Yeah, I mean, you pretty much have, like, in order to actually look, like to, never end up with, the scraggly beard, you pretty much have to shave every day. Trying to find the old... Yeah, well, it's just the V5 files. They got to be somewhere. Oh yes, coated beard. You could go the other way and end up with the beard. So I actually had a beard up until. Wait a minute, did I shave my beard? Oh, that's funny. I shaved my beard right before I started streaming. So right before I started streaming on DevChatter. How do you shave? I just shave every day. I don't know. I just do it right before. Yeah, exactly, S&B. They're so last year. It's not a change depending on V5. It's a whole... Oh, yeah. Can't Fly. I know that there was a big rewrite for 3, but, I don't actually, I don't know. I don't remember the code on that one. And, welcome. I'm gonna guess Lirgeth, and I apologize for butchering your name, but if you tell me how to pronounce that better, I will make a better attempt at it. The music. Aiden, you can find information about the background music down below. I meant a whole follower service and live stream monitor rewrite independent... Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense, Can't Fly. Because that is actually it's a significant feature, and as we were pointing out earlier, that's actually... domain code that TwitchLib provides that doesn't necessarily, because that's not a direct mapping of the API. That's a concept. I have had mine since 16, so... Yeah, coated beard. Those things go in and out of style, so... let's see, so... Other code that we can write, so, yeah... Oh, you found it, Can't Fly. That's awesome. You have a link? I'm not sure if I can permit you to post it right now, but I can still get it. And there's the hype. Can't Fly, if you send me the link, I can toss it up on stream and we can actually look at what I did before. Nice. And the Nightbot didn't even yell at you about that, so that's perfect. So this is the old live stream monitor. Cool. What did it do? Channel IDs. So it got set based on that. Where's the constructor? Right here. API, channels, statuses, and these values would come in and check for online stream changes. Weird. Start services. Oh, yeah. Yep, that is not async. But it spins up an async task. Yeah, but it starts a thread, exactly. So there we go. Uninitialize, stop service, derp, new, nope. Checking for new followers, on new followers detected. So every time the service timer would go, it would check for new followers, which I assume means check for new followers, true. It would check for new followers using false. Get channel follows. Huh. Anyway. So, cool. So that works. Let's see where we can put... So, this piece ends up being a title that we can... that code hurts my... Yeah. Well, part of that Brave Cobra is the fact that it's a white background. So it makes it very bright. Okay. I want to click this and that and do this. That's today, right there. Yeah, Brave Cobra, there could be other reasons as well, but then a lot of code would hurt your eyes. Alright, so, things I want to mention to everybody. So while I've got you all here, first off, all the source code for all the projects that we do on this stream are out on GitHub. You can go check those out on github.com/devchatter if you're interested in contributing to any of them, maybe as part of Hacktober. There is a lot of information if you click on that link. Additionally, if you want to check out our Discord, one of the best places to one of the best ways to do that is to click on that Discord link that I just put over there in the chat. Yeah, so it lets you wait, it thought this was it let you, so this is hilarious, Can't Fly. You posted a link, it was okay with that, and now you posted not a link, because I bet it thought task.run was a link. Would be my guess. I just wanted to remove as much async methods as possible. And then do the check. Or we could do the check if it's already started in the update async method by default. Yeah, I think it thought task.run was a link. That is a good question. So, you guys can't see what he posted there, so I will repost what he... there we go. So that's what was said in chat that got, you know, removed. It says, I just wanted to remove as much async methods as... remove as many... Okay, so you wanted to get rid of async methods because there's sometimes some weirdness with async stuff if it can't all be done right. One option is to make start service async and then do the check instead of using a task.run. Or we could do the check if it's already started. Okay, so you're saying when you do the update latest followers method, so there's two things that I would say there. There's two ways of handling this. I like the caching approach of grabbing an initial set of data, saving it, and saying this is our baseline, we'll watch for new stuff now. And so for that one, I would actually have that be part of the update latest followers async kind of thing, and you do the initial one and cache the set for the first time, and then the second time it runs, then you report it back. So if there is no cache, you then is task.walk better? Oh. Ching, task.walk. Thanks, Brave Cobra. But yeah, I would go that route. And the reason I say that is because I liked your suggestion of not wanting to report back the information if someone unfollowed and followed again. Now, keep in mind, even on that, if they unfollow before your stream starts and then follow while you're streaming, so if you turn off your bot, turn it back on again, because that's just an in-memory cache that you have there, you'd still run into that. So, and at the end of the day, I think that then at that point, that's down to the person subscribing to TwitchLib to make sure that that's handled effectively, if that's important to them. That's a second check that I would want to make. So, but I think your case of not doing it during the stream would handle that effectively. Can't fly. So that's why I like the idea of having that cache. But there's also the convenience and ease of just like the type of suggestion that I made. Now, I don't know if my code actually works, but that pull request I sent in is the basic idea that when the thing starts up, you just set the timer for the initial one, and then you can actually just go in and you'll still you should still cache the existing people, I would think, maybe? Oh, that's technically true, S&B. So technically we could do that. We can ask people to vote on where you think they should actually handle that. Anyway, stuff I wanted to mention to everybody here on the stream other than this, which... There you go. Okay, so the things I wanted to mention are this. So we're obviously doing the Thursday at noon stream right now, October 11th, this one right here. And we did not have a topic defined for this one. Saturday, I'm hoping to do a solid Saturday, although I have not chosen the topic, so that is going to be the plan for this Saturday. We're going to do a solid Saturday. I'm going to get that scheduled, and we're going to do that one. Then on Monday, we're going to have another pair programmer. So that'll be Monday, and then on Thursday of next week, we are also going to have a pair programmer. So we're going to have 2 pair programmers with us next week. Should be fun, exciting, and all that stuff. So sounds like update followers is where it's at. Okay, last thing I want to mention is go check out our Discord. You can find it over there. Our code's out on GitHub. If you want to see archives of our stuff, you can find those on YouTube. And lastly, if you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Brendonius. And if you want to follow just DevChatter, you can find DevChatter on Twitter at DevChatter_. And I am going to roll some credits. So we will be hosting someone at the end of this stream. But first off, Katrina, Crimson Green, S&B, Greendolf, thank you for moderating the stream today. And we had all these lovely followers here, so appreciate that. Thank you for following. Hopefully you'll be back for future streams. It was nice talking with all of you. Ancient Coder, you're welcome. Thank you for hanging out today. And Can't Fly, thank you for stopping in the stream. So the latest follower date is stored as an extra thing, which checks if the follower is after the... But interestingly enough, I do it after the ad. Oh, that's funny, Catfly. I didn't actually see that. Hey, Crimson Green. Anyway, have a great one, everyone. I am going to probably send us over to Honest Dan Games, I think is who we're going to raid today. So, hopefully you're all interested in sticking around and watching some more coding, because there is more on the way. So, I will see you all on Saturday, so don't forget, set your schedule. We will be doing some more coding, should be interesting stuff, and happy coding. Have a great rest of your week.